pass is incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
The give on the option. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Buys a little time. Makes the grab. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They are on the move. As they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 28.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make...
Got some room in under the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
On the run from inside his own 5. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Morgan. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their open.
Breaks into the open. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the 1st carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the 1st drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
gain before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Immediately fires to the middle. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Morgan. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
That's reeled in. It's Moore. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He's got him. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We have the early May makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on first down. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Bell.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, nothing like turkey and stuffing and the Egg Bowl on your Thanksgiving holiday. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. And as he throws, it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Michigan. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Snags it quickly on the left. At the 35, he's got more. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Peoples.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. It's amazing. In a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? To the air, it's Sayin. Trying to make magic with his feet. It's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just...
He tries to take the top off. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 40. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the score.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Intercepted, and the defense is set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Great place to start for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Snagged out of the air. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
The give to the tailback. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Third down, and could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups. And this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to run for it. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Third down, red zone play, ground alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go.
Holds it in, the first down and more. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity.
Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score.
When you're trying to throw the ball down from the 1-yard line, it's going to have to be a bang-bang play, right? Quarterback making a quick read, getting it out quickly, receiver being ready for it. All three of those things happen for the offense, scoring that touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Throws to the tight end. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes him play after the grab. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Quickly complete. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the wideout. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Ohio State! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. The screen, he can go. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Grab near the marker, it's Morgan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's now up to 58 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. The sure hands, it's Marsh. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive play.
Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Florida Atlantic has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 24 to UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The screen, he's got wheels. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Sayin. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Past the first down marker and still running. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Morgan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in the position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for a touchdown.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. To the air, it's Underwood. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
We got all these fancy pass plays and all these fancy formations and shifts and motions and all this stuff you make me think about as a defensive guy. And then you slip that in. Really nice job by the offense, hitting you with the draw, with the unexpected. Nice job getting a big game.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. It's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Just keep swinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And he made the extra point without problem. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll go right back to it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around each year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
And that's the best formation you practice every single week because you know the ball game is over. We just did enough to get it done. Just watch it tick down to 0 and enjoy the dub.
The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.